Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Caveman to Cosmos with me, Alpha Omega and Byzantium. So the turn is 3153, year 4539 BC, and we are one turn away from exploration. But as usual, let's start by doing a little overview of our empire. I want to start that by giving a big shout out to Molybdane, who posted a comment in which he pointed how our education system is. And by that I mean it was awful. I had absolutely no idea that I guess I have done a review of that too long ago to even remember, but basically we moved from a great education to abysmal education. So I have spent the past couple dozen turns trying to improve that. Let's use Constantinople as an example. It is now at education 185 and it is growing by 16 per turn. Not by an accident, as we have quite a lot of storytellers here. The number might seem excessive, but the education is actually extremely important. I mentioned that a couple of times. We are currently on education intuitive, which is giving us plus 5% bonus to industry, to gold, to science, and that translates to 10 points extra of science just from the city and 4 points of construction. Furthermore, we have an increased birth rate, we have an extra unhappiness from war, we have an extra trade route yield, the city requires a bit more food to grow, but we lowered the fire risk, crime, and disease. Now this can go up to 10%. I think we have a couple of other, yes, like Patra, I have managed to get the education here all the way to Brilliant, which gives us 10% instead of 5%. And doubles the other stats, like plus 2% more. Okay, trade route yield went to 3. Same for crime and disease, but fire dropped by just 2. So if we want to look around, you can see that Constantinople will definitely reach the 250 needed for Brilliant. Patra is already there and increasing. Vodena is increasing, so it's gonna get there. Thessaloniki is not increasing that fast, but I actually am training a couple more storytellers for here to see how far we can get there, and then I'm gonna move some storytellers from other cities because we are having access at other places. Now, oh wait, no, this is crime. Okay, I read that wrong. So yeah, Thessaloniki is one of those that had really bad education, and you can see it here. We have the education unaware, but we were actually in many cities even further. So the penalties were doubled. We had minus 10% to everything. So we're moving from minus 10 to plus 10. That's our goal. And from, penalty to science to growth of science, and same with production. So it is really worth it, even though that our income is now in negative. It gives us massive bonuses elsewhere. Yeah, but the plan is the same. Thessaloniki are gonna gather a couple of storytellers from other cities once we have it under control elsewhere. I think there was also a couple of, there is the Natural Circle of Power, which is going to improve the education here. So we'll get that one down the line as well to help. Adrianople is also increasing. It's almost out of... Oh, it is. Okay, it has the education knowledge base. So at this point, it is fine. But the plus 15 should get in maybe to around 160. So we might have to shuffle some here as well. Nicaea is already growing as well. Antioch is growing as well. 20 currently. Nicomedia is at 185 and has plus 2, so we'll need to shuffle some into here. Ankira has minus 150, but you can see that we're building some storytellers here. We'll get the Sage, we'll get the Nature Altar, and Fresco Mural, so that's going to help. I'll probably not focus that much on it in Ankira, because there is still quite a lot of things to build here. Trebizond is increasing. We have the Storyteller, Rock Art, Sage, Nature Altar, and then Charcoal Burner, and some other buildings, so it's going to bump up the education above 250. We actually had a great education here. I was kind of surprised. But that's good because, Trebizond has only a population of 3. It really shows that the penalties scale insanely. You need way, way more for a city of 14 than you would need for a city of 3. Speaking about the sizes of the population here. And I don't think it scales logarithmically. I think it scales exponentially. That's my guess from what I saw. Iconium the same. It's gonna get over 250 very soon. Laodicea, terrible. We're not really doing anything with that. But Laodicea is new, so there's no point in pushing that. And then we're back at Constantinople. Now This is something that should have really ticked me off, because I know that we had like 700, maybe 800 in research, and then it dropped to 450. And I was thinking to myself, like, what the hell happened? Did I misread that? Or no, it was just the education. It was really the penalty. There's basically 20% difference between the original and the bonus. So it is really, 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 really necessary to keep an eye on this, and I need to pay more attention. So again, a big shout out and thank you for that comment that really put me straight. Second point, I don't know what Babylon is trying, but they founded a city here, Dur Kurigalzu, and they found a city down here, Ur. And while I was okay with Ur, I'm definitely not happy with this one. I definitely am not, and I need to figure out, well, I don't want to go downright to war, but Babylon is really spreading like crazy. They got cities here in a V shape. They founded this city and this city. I mean, where does it... I'm not going to let them encroach on me like that, so it is very likely that during the next update you will see that these cities are gone, because, again, I was okay with Ur, thinking, fine, we need to push here, and then we can just maybe settle one city here to have the border, and I'm fine with that. But this, I cannot have this. This is not going to happen. So, yeah, that is where we are right now. Other than that, we are doing awesome. You can see that Constantinople now has the irrigation built. It's working on meager research. All the other stats are pretty cool. Disease, crime, I'm happy with that. Tourism, and once we get the education up, it's also going to help greatly, so it's going to be good. Actually, before we go to exploration, I wanted to mention that I investigated a bit and I found out how this works. Once you start the game, you have access to no education at all, I think. It's the sedentary lifestyle that actually provides you with the education possibilities of foolish, brilliant... okay, so no, you have the education. Okay, one of the technologies gives you that, okay? Just ignore that. Sedentary lifestyle then gives you the -10 and +10. Then you move upwards towards the classical lifestyle and you get plus and -15. Then you move to the medieval lifestyle and you get -20 and +20. Yep, you have guessed it. Every new era introduces new education for your cities, all the way up to the transcendent stage where you get the last level, which is education mindless, -65%, and education omniscience. I guess that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. Omniscience. I've always seen this word written, but I never really said it out loud. So omniscience, I guess. But that one requires 35,000 education, which is not that hard, a transcendent lifestyle. By the way, look at how long it would take us to research this straight. Just if we started on this one technology, it would take us 401,914 turns. So you can see that there is quite a lot of scaling going on. And by the way, for those of you that didn't notice that, because I certainly didn't, look at the background. That is just amazing. I had a bit of a fun looking at that today, how the things change throughout the ages. It is really, really cool. I don't know how I missed that before, but it's just amazing. I don't know if that was in the original Civ as well, but if it was, amazing. By the way, this one I love the most, I guess. Not sure how many of you are Trekkies, but this just, you know, I had a really nice smile on my face when I saw that for the first time. This reminds me of the Event Horizon, but I don't know what this ship is for. And then you just have the Cosmic and Transcendent lifestyle. Okay, enough about education. That is my personal hassle to deal with it. I'm going to continue with the revision in the upcoming update, but we also need to check crime and disease while we're at it.
Man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore.
Okay, so exploration really give us just one important thing, and that's the stalkers. I'm going to look into those because if we can get them at this point, I would like to pull back our ambushers and turn them into stalkers, because the +2 strength is going to be really good. I think they might even have a bit more of a veil there. Let me see, where are you? You are here. So, yep, spot 1 and veil 2. Ambushers have spot 2 and veil 3. So even at that, it is better. Though I don't really know, can we upgrade them or can we not? We should have one more ambusher hiding here somewhere. Though I'm not sure where. Ah, here he is. So no, we cannot. What are we missing? Requires Poison Crafter and Sacrifice Cult. Ah, okay. So we don't have the Sacrifice Cult. I know about that one. That is somewhere here. Yep. Sacrifice Cult and Poison Crafter. I think we have the Poison Crafter, don't we? Or is that a technology as well? Poison Crafter, no. I think that's a building that we ought to have in many of our cities. Wait, can I see it? Here, that's conceptual. Poison Crafter, yep. So all we need now is the... All we need now is the Sacrifice Card, which is 19 turns. Considering switching to that now, you give what? Oh, that's right, you give the Negotiator's Hut. And considering that helps with education, I think we might want to get that. Exploration. Okay, Chief's Hut and Frontier Outpost give us extra spying. Okay, trade is also really good, so I don't think we want to skip that one. It's 25, this is 24, 25, 29. No, let's do it. Let's get the Sacrifice Cult, so that we can use those, then go for trade, then go for oil lamps. And you guys also pointed me towards stargazing, which, this is a world wonder. Serpent Mount and Stargazer's Hut. Okay. That is also good. So, we are okay, kinda. So, let's make another small adjustment. Oh, we need one more thing here. Okay, you know what? I don't need them that much. So let's go Stargaze. No, let's go Nego. 5, really? Okay, game, you're playing with me. So we keep to the original plan. Let's go negotiation and then trade. Then Sacrifice Cult, which will require You know that word that I have trouble saying. Then let's go fermentation oil lamps, which will require fungi culture as well, and then we're gonna go stargazing. Okay, so that's 11 technologies. I think that settles it, that we're gonna, you know, backtrack a bit, which is fine by me. Turn 3182, year 4358 BC, and we are 1 turn away from negotiation. What happened in the meantime? Well, we've built up an army and lost it during the sieges here and here, but we've won and even are retreating with a couple of units back, so that's what happened. By the way, the siege in the north was pretty cool and very easy, while the siege in the south was a nightmare. I had like 12, maybe 14 units there, and most of them died. They managed to pretty heavily reinforce the city even while I was actively attacking it, so as usual, that was a big drama, but again, we managed to do it and knocked Babylon down a notch. I considered moving towards Babylon itself or Kazalu, but it would be a nightmare because we needed to pass through the barbarian territory. There was a number of skirmishes here that cost me a few more elephants, and then I just said, screw it, we don't have an army strong enough anymore. So we peaced out with Babylon. But I'm hoping, damn, they really are going for this. What makes sense, they're, you know, expanding around the territory of Karhadast or Carthage, but keep your cities down here. This puts up the point that we need to lock this area. We'll put something here eventually, and we need to put more cities here and here just to make sure that nobody is going to try to venture in here. I mean, if somebody else does, I'm just gonna smack them the same way we smacked Babylon. Sieging their cities and destroying them gave us a couple of points of technologies. Yeah, like you can see here, we now have 1641 tech points of conscientiousness done. Same with folk music, folk dance. Nothing here though, that is kind of sad. But yeah, these 3 technologies got us a head start. We got like 2, 4, 3 out of this one, so 7 turns worth of research done by sieging those cities, so I'm happy about that. We even got a civilian unit that I'm sending. Here they are, captive civilian. Yep, they're gonna join Trebizond and expand the city to size 5, which I'm happy we can do. But not much else was we started to salvage the ruins, so we now have a ton of treasure here. I just don't know really what to do with them. I'm storing them in the capital. As far as education goes, you can see that a number of cities have gotten to brilliant education. Others are on the way, so we can count with that. Some are still on the way. We need to move our educators now. I could have checked this before, but I really want to see this with you. When do we get an upgrade? Okay, we need an upgrade to a bard, which is gonna take a while, right? Yeah, linguistics. Just considering how costly this is quite far away. You give +2 education per turn, which is an upgrade to our storytellers. And where the hell is... It's probably somewhere here, right? In the classical age. I don't see it, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be somewhere around here. Or maybe even in the medieval age? What are some of the other technologies that we get out of, that we require for the bard? So you need linguistics, and linguistics are connected to heritage and seafaring. Seafaring we could find. So where is seafaring? Here. Here is linguistics. Okay, so no, that's in the classical age still, but quite far away. Okay, well, The biggest problem that we have with education right now is quite honestly that we are not getting any experience points for these guys. We need 10 to get them to level 2. Because, I mean, they're getting teaching 1. And teaching 1 just gives 1 per turn. So we're getting 2 education per educator. And the teachings 2 would give us 2 extra, if I understand correctly. So that would be... Oh no, okay, so that would give us just a flat out 1 extra. And we can get that. We do have the literature. No, wait, we don't. Wait. So that's not a build-up. I will need to check the promotion. Promotion, education, because I checked that we could get that. Yeah, the first one is from language. And the second one is from community. Okay, and the third one is from literature. So we can get to this one. Educate 1 doesn't even tell me anything. Okay, so yeah, but still you can see that this would give me 3. So I believe that that would be an upgrade of 2. But we need experience for that. And I have absolutely no idea how I'm supposed to get these guys to... Yeah, I don't know what they could do. I mean, if I could just let them fight in the arena and kill each other, I'd be willing to do that. But there's no way we can actually level them up. So, if you build a new one, you're getting free XP. Where is he? Okay, he's very here. So, yeah, we could get the Labyrinth of Knossos and one with Bull Leaping. So, those are the available things that we could get. Labyrinth of Knossos, really? Catacombs. I don't see Labyrinth here anywhere. Oh, here it is. Labyrinth of Knossos. Trebizond could make that one. Focus and defend. New land units receive +2 experience points. Okay, so that gives flat out 2 XP. And you are building us... Yeah, they're getting 3 here as well. So that would be 5, which is still not anywhere near the amount we have. I need to find a way how we could level these guys up. If you know about anything, let me know. But as you can see, we need 10 to get them to the next level. And I don't know, they can't fight. They can't do anything. So it's a bit of a like sunk cost because we need to have that many of them to make something happen. And that's the biggest problem here. So once we upgrade them to the Bard, okay, I can get that. But again, we need something that will get them. I'm pretty sure a bunch of buildings that we will get eventually, but we don't have access to them right now, so they're really not useful for me to. They're not really useful to me at all if they're somewhere in the future. And I mean, budget is fine, but minus 68 is gonna catch up with us eventually. So yeah, that's that.
You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours.
Okay, so negotiation give us extra spying from Chief's Hut and Frontier Outpost, which is good. And we get the Negotiator's Hut, which is amazing. We need to get this one everywhere where we can, because it is going to help us with education. And if you haven't collected that yet, education is something that we have started to pay a bit of attention to. You got quite a lot of things here, but yeah, let's throw it there. Anything that can remove the burden of... Well, actually, let's give it to you afterwards. Anything else for education? Nope. You really need that. Everyone, you don't, but I'm gonna throw it there anyway because the spying is gonna be good too. I mean, that's not going to go amiss. Okay, I think that you guys are fine. Forge, okay, wood carvers, so there's probably something here. Cool, so yeah, it didn't really bring all that much, but it's gonna make our spying much, much better. And that is going to alleviate some of the issues because I don't have to build more of these guys, I can just move them around. Anyway, our Vodena Hatred, or is it the... No, this is the Black Hand. The Black Hand is still surviving. Jesus. These guys are really proper veterans. Where can I upgrade you? Ranger. Okay, national unit which requires bronze working. Okay, so Rangers are gonna be nice. They're gonna get pretty darn strong. They're gonna get spot, veil, explore. Yeah, and Viking has 5 strength now, with additional 75%. They get might 1. That's the only issue that I have with them, is that they have only might 1. So eventually they will be able to get more. And there are still some more civs here that we haven't seen. I'm pretty sure they're in here. But we've met a couple. Assyria is just... I think they have been destroyed. They probably don't have any cities. And we found also one of the other ones here. Which one was it? Sumeria? Oh, no. Ah, Sumeria, yep. We found Sumeria. I think that's one of the new ones. And there was definitely one more here. Ethiopia, which is also pretty weak one. So we really have just a couple of contenders. The rest is not doing great. And the only 2 contenders that I actually fear now is Israel and Babylon. We'll have to do something with Israel because they're really breathing on our neck. But we have very good trade relations with them. Same philosophies. So I think they might not be such a problem. Plus, they're really far away, and I'm okay with them having this area and just living there while we slowly deal with the barbarians at our border and maybe eventually destroying, or not destroying, but at least conquering Babylon. The next war we're going to have is most likely going to be with them, and it is definitely going to mean we raise a number of their cities, which will give us, civilians that we can put into our cities. But the next attack I'm going to lead is going to be through here, and we're just going to straight up raise their cities, which means we need to make sure that they don't have them well defended, which they don't from what you can see over there. But yeah, then again, it's going to be that. Okay, you can see the automated border patrol in action. They're clearing out stuff for us. So that's what I got now. And trade is going to come in 28 turns, which is going to be good. We can hold off until then, and this one is going to be a game changer. Crime is going to be a massive issue, but just the market is going to be amazing. Just look at that. Yeah, most of our cities have dried fruit, dried fish, dried meat. Some have honey, some have milk and bread and candy. So that's already 8 just flat out. We can build some farms. There's grocer here with berries, flowers, fruits, nuts. Yeah, there's going to be a ton of things that we will get from that. And tapestry maker, just tapestry maker gives us +3. We have gold wares, silver wares. Not the other ones, but hemp fibers, I think, as well. So that would be additional 3, so 6. Yeah, we're gonna swim in cash, so it's gonna be fine. 68 times 3 is something like 2,100. So by the time trade arrives, we should still be fine. Turn 3,205, year 4,215. Constantinople is just 10 turns away from population 15, so we're filling out the rest of the tiles that we need to have worked in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them remaining. So yeah, at population 20, we are there. I wonder what the next population level is going to be. 12,500? 15,000? 20,000? Well, we'll see. Anyway, one thing that's kind of peculiar, Nature's Alliance just appeared out of nowhere. I don't know where it got here, but it wasn't there a bunch of turns ago, and now it's here. So we're building it in Constantinople. I think it might have burned down, quite honestly. We might have had it already. Don't know. It's a possibility, but I can't be sure. So many buildings. As you can see, a number of the cities have turned to population 10. Quite interestingly, Thessaloniki is now population 10, much faster than Vodena, for example. I guess the growth here is... yeah, well, they're taking advantage of the sea tile. So this is what I was talking about before. while Vodena is doing great on industry, 204. It doesn't exactly have that much food. Thessaloniki doing much worse on industry, but having more than double of the food production. How's Constantinople? Still much better than any of them. Good. So it's a capital in more than just a name. As you can see, our income hasn't gotten better. We are still at minus 76 gold, but it's, that's possible to change if we just like put, for example, meager wealth there. We're done. So no need to worry. It's just that we're working on improving the education and all the other stats quite frankly, and you can see that it's doing great. We went a bit overboard, but I'm not gonna do much to reduce it because I keep moving the extra storytellers from one place to another to make sure that all the cities will grow. You can see that, for example, here we were growing much slower. Now it's +7, so it's gonna reach the better results as well. Education in Antioch is also a bit overboard. Nicomedia has grown recently, so it's dropping. So why don't we just send you to Nicomedia? Where is it? Here. So you can go there. And that's just what we do. So other than that, things are looking good. No disease or crime going rampant. Like, we do have some problems here and there, but it's nothing really bad. We had just one place where the disease of scurvy appeared, and I think we've taken it down a notch. Or is it still somewhere? Nope, I think we got rid of it. 54, 17, 21, 61. Yeah, I think it's this city. I actually got a new healer here, so that one is working on that. So let's end the turn. By the way, no expansion reported. I guess Babylon learned their lesson, but Israel is going like crazy. Remember when they were at 3/5? Well, now they're positive at 4/5. Yeah, kind of having a pretty good growth here. The other cities are much smaller. They don't really have such good spots, but I'm pretty sure they have different things available. Yeah, they got a bunch of silver. They got bisons. They got spices. Okay, that's gonna be very useful for them. Papyrus over there. That's going to make their science much better. They got some salt. Actually, they got quite a lot of salt. They got some cows. They got iron ore. That is not making me very happy. And I know that they settled the coast here. Oh, it's already population 4, huh? Turquoise, more spices, more iron ore, perils, some murex, fish. Yeah, well, we need to get entangled with them at certain point. I guess these cities would be prime to being raised, considering how far they are from their regular area, but getting there would be that would be an endeavor, like sending out. You know what, we can check them out. I'm positive that we could check it out. It's gonna be still a pretty long trip, 10 turns, but we can do it. Anyway, let's end the turn, enjoy the trade, start building some of those sweet money producing buildings, and enjoy life again.
No nation was ever ruined by trade.
Okay, so trade immediately gives us 1 trade route per city, and you can see that made quite a difference. Thieves' hideout gets extra income. Harems lose extra food, but start granting happiness. Jade merchant gives extra money. Winery orchard, mushroom gatherer, lumberjack. Okay, so it's not just that. And enables trade and trade language. Awesome, so we will have new civics. Bazaar. We get the caravan post. What does that do? Plus 20% trade route yield. Oh, that's nice. Replaces something? Nope, that is just an entirely new building. We got the grocer, we got the jade importer, the market, the animal farms, slave market. Spread to change when it's 1. +1 free settled slave. I'm really resistant to slavery, to be quite honest. I don't like that as a model, even in the ancient times. Trading post, okay, that's good. Places barter post, cool. Tapestry maker, and then comes the crime. Black markets, shoplifting, and soliciting. New disease, diphtheria, and then a couple of enclosures. Bunch of enclosures. Okay, a lot of cultures. And we got circle the wagons. Okay, that is a bonus to units. Trade requires trade. And trade language. Okay, so let's look at the new civics that are gonna grant us. So, trade should replace barter. Yep, it does. So, barter gave us a 4% growth in food in every city. Cool, we get the same, but it lowers the bonus for industry by 1%. And that is weird, but it gives 3% extra income. Okay, trade routes give more of everything. It actually doubles the bonus from 2 to 4% in all, meaning food, industry, and gold production. It gives us more basic science and income in both capital and all cities. We get less maintenance cost from number of cities, but we get extra maintenance cost from distance, and we get extra maintenance cost for all cities on a home continent. So eventually that's gonna hit us. And okay, the maintenance cost from corporations is, not important for us. And it grants an extra trade route per city. Okay, so that is going to be interesting. This would mean 9 turns for revolution just from the trade. And if we go with the trade language as well, which should be, yep, and it's going to change the native to trade language. What does that do? Oh god, it adds additional maintenance cost. Additional maintenance cost from both distance and number of cities. But it gives us extra income, and it improves relations with Assyria, Babylon, Carthage, Egypt, Ethiopia, Greece. Well, everyone. Just everyone. Okay, so if we selected that, there's not going to be an extra difference here. Okay, so we're gonna switch to trade language and to trade from barter. Cool. Well, the extra trade routes are going to do a lot, but I'm not entirely sure how it's going to affect us in other ways. So the revolution has begun. Are we already getting the bonus? Our trade. Well, we're getting really close with Ben Gurion. Relations +8. Well, +6. It's actually pretty good. Do you have anything that we could... Nope. Declare war on... Adopt. Still can trade technologies, which actually kind of sucks, but we'll see. Okay, so next technology that's going to come after anarchy is going to be what? Consciousness. Okay, that one is just a stepping stone, but it gives us Ancient Way of the Shadows. Okay, that's a national wonder, and it gives a trans hut, which does pretty much nothing. Really? That's... Well, okay. I don't know why we would build that. I mean, it gives happiness and culture, but that's just... This is a stepping stone technology. It doesn't really do much for us. Then comes folk music. That's going to be a bit more interesting, as it's going to grant us quite a lot of culture bonuses. Yeah, the percussion instrument maker and woodwind instrument makers are awesome. And it's going to give us puppet theater. Okay, that gives education, string instrument maker, and brass instrument maker. Okay, so we're going to get additional money producing buildings, which will eventually give us a huge amount of culture. So that's good. Then comes what? Then comes fungiculture. Mushroom Gatherer provides us with extra food, and we get quite a lot of new buildings. Good, so that's going to be a big boost to everything. After fungiculture comes fermentation, which will give us plantations. Brewery, okay, brewery is definitely going to be something good. Cider house, Cooper, okay. Cooper, that's the guy that makes the barrels. Traditional a Cooper is someone who makes wooden staved vessels. Yep. And then will come what? Then will come oil lamps. Okay, so that's a replacement for the torches that we have. That's good. Lowers crime. That's good. Ghee maker, fish oil maker, and workers build faster. Good. After that, we are turning back to folk dance, then folk music, then ancestor worship. Oh, and I forgot about the sacrifice cult, which comes right after conscientiousness. I will never say that word. That's somehow I feel like a dummy, but conscientious. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna stop trying. It's too late to do that anyway. And sacrifice cult will give us the upgrade to our ambushers. Okay, so I'll see you in how much that it doesn't tell us, right? Yeah, this should be fairly. Yeah, it's 12,000. We're getting nearly 1,000 per turn, so that's not gonna be like 20 odd something turns. So I'll see you then in the next episode. So join me then.